Famous people who passed away in 1755. This is the second episode. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Daniel Linéaire de Boucher. He was born in August 1711 and he died in July 1755. His age was 43 at the time of his death, and he was killed in battle. He was a French-Canadian officer who played a decisive role in defeating British forces during the French. He participated in the Battle of Grand Prix 1747. He also organized the force that attacked General Edward Braock's army after it forded the Monongahela River. The event was later dubbed the Battles of the Monongahela. He led his small force into the attack, where he was shot dead in the opening moments when the attack was launched on July 9, 1755. Edward Braock. He was born in January 1695 and he died in July 1755. His age was 60 at the time of his death, and he was killed in a battle. He was a British officer and commander-in-chief for the 13 colonies during the start of the French and Indian War, the North American front of what is known in Europe and Canada as the 7 Years' War from 1756 to 1763. He is remembered for his command of a disastrous expedition against the French-occupied Ohio River Valley in 1755, which led to his death. He is remembered for his defeat and death at the Battle of the Monongahela. Jacques N'Importe Quoi de Como. Duc de la Fosse. He was born in April 1714 and he died in July 1755. His age was 41 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. He was a French nobleman and peer, the son of Armand Naupart II. He held the title of Marquis of Fosse until he succeeded his father as Duc de la Fosse, a French nobleman and soldier notable for his participation in various military campaigns during Louis XV's reign. Franchesco Durante. He was born in March 1684 and he died in September 1755. His age was 71 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. He was an Italian Baroque composer and teacher who greatly influenced Neapolitan school music with sacred composition and operas. He is best known for his church music. He was also an important teacher, instructing Niccolò Melli, Giovanni Paisiello, Giovanni Battista Pergolesi, Niccolò Piccini, Leonardo Vinci, among others. As a teacher, he insisted on the unreasoning observance of rules, differing thus from Scarlatti, who treated all his pupils as individuals. Henrik Fuin. He was born in 1691 and he died in September 1755. His age was 64 at the time of his death, and he died in a battle. He was a Mohawk leader and member of the Bear Clan. He resided at Canajoharie, or the Upper Mohawk Castle, in colonial New York. He was a speaker for the Mohawk Council. He formed a close alliance with Sir William Johnson, the Superintendent of Indian Affairs in North America. He was a Mohawk leader who allied with the British and died in the Battle of Lake George during the French and Indian War. Aphra Williams. He was born in March 1715 and he died in September 1755. His age was 40 at the time of his death, and he was killed in battle. He was an American landowner and militia officer from the province of Massachusetts Bay, who was killed in the French and Indian War. He was born in Newton, Massachusetts. He was the benefactor of Williams College, located in the northwestern Massachusetts. The school's athletic programs, the Ep2, are named after Williams. Williams was shot in the head and killed during an ambush by the French and their Indian allies in the Battle of Lake George on September 8, 1755, at the age of 40. Jacques Le Godard de Saint-Pierre. He was born in October 1701 and he died in September 1755. His age was 53 at the time of his death, and he was killed in battle. He was a Canadian colonial military commander and explorer who held posts throughout North America in 18th century, just before and during the French and Indian War. His service to France in North America was valued and extensive. He was a logical successor to La Vérendrye in the Western forts and fur trade. He was awarded the Cross of St. Louis for his endeavors in military action. Johan Lauren von Mansheim. He was born in October 1693 and he died in September 1755. His age was 61 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. He was a German Lutheran theologian and historian whose works remain foundational in the study of early church history. His first appearance in the field of literature was in a polemical tract against Jan Toland. His works, along with the reputation had acquired as a lecturer and preacher, secured for him a call of the University of Helmstedt as professor ordinarius in 1723. He was much consulted by the authorities when the new University of Göttingen was being formed. Pierre GTI Dand. He was born in December 1714 and he died in September 1755. His age was 40 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. He was a second son of Pierre GTI Dand, an explorer and fur trader who served many years under command of his father. He was born on the Isle of Cowes, near Sorel, New France, an explorer credited with expanding European knowledge of the interior regions of Canada. Johan Goer Christian, Prince of Loch-Coex. He was born in August 1686 and he died in October 1755. His age was 69 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. He was an Austrian field marshal. He was a member of the old Bohemian noble Loch-Coex family, of which he established a cadet branch. The Eugene Migelnik line, a Bohemian nobleman and patron who supported composers and artists during the Braock period. During the War of Austrian Succession, he successfully fought the French and Bavarians between Prague and Munich. Through the action of his troops, he managed to enclose and besiege Belle-Isle's forces in Prague. Geral Mella. He was born in April 1726 and he died in October 1755. His age was 29 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was tuberculosis. He was an Italian lay brother of the Congregation of Redeemer, best known as the Redemptorists, who is honored as saint by the Catholic Church. His intercession is for children, unborn children, women in childbirth, mothers, expectant mothers, motherhood, the falsely accused, good confessions, lay brothers, and Muro Lucano, Italy. He was known for his miracles and devotion to the poor, now venerated as a patron saint of expectant mothers. Qiqi Yuan. She was born in 1695 and she died in 1755. Her age was 60 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. She was a Chinese scholar and official. Qiqi had an acknowledged influence as the advisor of her spouse, who reportedly confided his suggestions to her before introducing them to the government. She was a Chinese scholar official during the Qing dynasty, noted for her administrative service and contributions to classical studies. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.